Sitting here just chilling out with my Batman shirt on, Joker shirt, kinda. Yeah, I'm Batman. Except I'm much darker than Batman. I'm Black Man. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's racist. All right, just disregard that first part. Erase, reboot. Forget about that. All right, yeah. Anyways, what up, guys? It's your boy Kimbo here. After that really awkward intro, my bad, but you know it's fine. But I'm back here with another episode of a series that I like to call Boy. So this one I know will be shorter because you know there's not like as much to talk about, which isn't a bad thing. So I can just basically get things out and make this video shorter and such, you know, so you're not sitting here for like a half hour. But yeah, anyways, I guess I'll just start it off with this. And I've had a lot of time to actually think about this too, just a few things like, okay, Boy. So the first thing just being that like it snowed here, like it's kind of snowing here. Except like down in town where it is, it's not snowy, but it's up here. Up here it's snowy because I live up on a giant hill. So yeah, that's one kind of thing that's cool. And yeah, also, boy, it's November. We have less than 2 months left in the year. It's crazy. 2018 is almost here. What the heck is going on? But yeah, anyways, there's that. Also, boy, I guess the first thing I'll talk about, obviously, the new releases that just came out, which is crazy because, you know, I just got the releases from October that came out and I just got those, but now there are no more releases, so I'm behind again. And it's like, dang it, TT. So many releases, but yeah, those releases being Nightmare, Longinus, and the Transformation set. So yeah, already a given. And I've said this for the longest time, that bearing is going to change up the game. Apparently, it might be like, there's a system where like, TT might have actually known that bearing is going to be really, really gross, and it might actually be kind of loose, you know, on some layers. So like some layers that have bad teeth, it might even be a little worse, because like, you know, bearing, which if so, that's honestly really good, because, you know, it makes it where it's not super duper overpowered. So maybe even like Drain Fafnir bearing combos can be bursted with enough attack, which is really good, you know. So the system's still really balanced, and that's one thing that's really, really nice to see, because it's a given that a lot of people are going to be using bearing for stamina combos, especially probably Drain Fafnir bearing combos. You know, yeah, Drain Fafnir bearing combos, Ultra Chronos bearing combos, maybe like Arc Bahamut bearing combos, but I've heard that like Arc Bahamut's actually not too good, even though it is left rotation and stuff. But yeah, but bearing can outspin Atomic. It beats it in LAD, which is crazy. Which is kind of a given. If you've seen bearing drive from Metal Fight, you know that it's like really, really strong, and the bearing's like a lot like that. So yeah, anyways, you know, everybody's gonna be using that, but the fact that like if they keep this balanced is really, really nice. So that's another thing. So yeah, you know, so yeah, those new releases, Nightmare Longinus Transformation set with Deep Chaos, like Bahamut, Tornado Wyvern, and the Drain Fafnir. And boy, that Drain Fafnir is red and black, and it's got clear underneath, and I'm in love. Oh my lord, I love it. My heart makes my heart want to just jump out of my chest. But yeah, anyways, so there's that. And then the next boy obviously being the releases for next month, which Requiem Spriggan, which everybody's talking about. You know, now, because you know it's the newest release, and like they're gonna have the Koro come out for it probably in the next couple days. So yeah, and yeah, also I guess boy, it's the 12th. Yeah, the 12th now of November, and it's crazy because Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon come out in 5 days. I had to mention it. I'm sorry. I'm really hyped about this. It's really awesome. Rainbow, Rocket, everything that there is to do in this game, and every time that they have the end game for a console, they make that game amazing as heck. Look at that. Anybody who's a big Pokemon fan will understand where I'm coming from. You know, Emerald for the Game Boy. And then for the DS, we had Black 2, White 2, which there's so much in that. People could say, like, oh, they're just copies of Black and White. They're not the same game. They might go through the same region. There are different spots to go to. And there's so much more to do in Black 2, White 2 than Black and White. Look, play the two games, and you'll know what I mean. You know, anybody who says that, I'm like, you haven't played it. You haven't played it. I can just tell you haven't played it, you know, because there's so much more to do. But Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, sort of the same thing. Like, Sun and Moon had a lot, but Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon are going to have so much more. Already with the storyline completely switched up. Different places to go to. Different things to do. Just so much to do already. And this game hasn't come out yet. you know, at the time of this being made. But yeah, I know for a fact, whenever I get a new game, especially a Pokemon game, I binge play the crap out of it for days, you know. So that's all I really do is like I hang out with people and stuff. But like the main thing you'll see me do when I'm not eating or sleeping or working or anything is playing that new game. Damn it, like it's what I do. So yeah. Anyways, really hyped about that. Just had to mention that a little bit. But yeah, like I said, back to the next releases for December. So Random Booster Volume 9 coming out with Beat Kukulkan, which I guess is an attack type. We haven't seen many pictures of it yet, but we will soon, probably in Koro. They'll show off pictures of it, but I think it's an attack type, which would be good because we haven't gotten an attack type bait in a booster yet, and we need that, you know. It would be amazing, especially if there's a lot of attack parts in this booster, you know. And it's a way for us to get, like, more parts that we don't have. I mean, we need more Legend Spriggans, and we need more Siege Excaliburs, we need more ones. Let's see, other parts. Well, we need more irons, maybe another merge, you know, just parts that we don't have a lot of yet. And then a random layer collection coming out too next month. But they just don't mention the random layer collections until like the month of, you know, or like a couple weeks before. That's when they start like revealing the code and stuff for the random layers and stuff. And then we know what ones are coming. So like mainly layers that we don't have a lot of. Like I said, Siege Excalibur, Legend Spriggan, Maximum Garuda. We only have one Maximum Garuda, you know, even though it is banned by WBO. It's not banned by, like, TT, but, like, you know. Yeah, so we do need another Maximum Garuda. It'll be amazing to see it in a different color. Like, a red one, I'd fall in love. A blue one, I'd fall in love. A yellow one, because we already have a yellow one. Yeah, even a green one, I'd be like, yeah, that's sick. Yeah, or even a black one. Oh, black Maximum Garuda, or a red one. Oh, my heart. But, yeah, anyways, so those are things that are coming out this next month. You know, Random Booster Volume 9 will be Kukulkan. The Random Layer Collection, Volume 8. And also, you know, Requiem Spriggan. And now, I'm going to get into this a little bit, you know, I'm going to talk a little bit about these theory videos, because people are making theory videos, and I've had a theory behind Legend Spriggan, like the whole thing from the very get-go, since Legend Spriggan and Red Eye came around. 5 seconds for anybody who hasn't seen the anime to go and just, you know, skip this part. Alright, so, obviously in the show, like I said, way back when, in the show, Shu went missing, and then after that, Red Eye came around, and Legend Spriggan was born. But people say, like, oh yeah, Legend Spriggan, like, Red Eye is Shu. There's, like, they confirmed it a while ago that Red Eye isn't Shu. And then people started thinking, like, oh, it's Shu's brother or something like that. This is my theory, and I put it on a few videos, you know, and I'll never change this theory. I've just developed it and, like, added on to it a bit. My theory is, from the very get-go, when Lost Longinus fought like Storm Spriggan, it split into 2 parts. One of those parts was taken and created Legend Spriggan. Legend Spriggan was created with one of the parts, and I think it was an evil group that created it, but then the evil group ended up giving it to Shu through somebody else. So somebody that's in this series that we don't know is evil yet is connected with the evil group, like, you know, with, like, I think is, I don't know, like, Snake Face or something, like, I can't remember his actual name, but the name of those group, like, that group, you know, Legend Spriggan, Arc Bahamut, you know, bays like that. So, I feel like, you know, they created it, but then, like, through somebody else, Shu got that bay. And then they took the data on Shu himself, because they knew that Spriggan was strong. But then they took the data on Shu himself. After they got all the data they needed, something happened to Shu. Like, whether that be they just outcasted him, put him away, locked him away, knocked him unconscious, something else. Something happened to Shu. But, like, they took that data that they had on him, because they saw him as a strong blader, but they're like, we can make somebody, like, there's something, he's not strong enough. He can be stronger, or, like, you know, they used his data and stuff, and then they manifested it into maybe a new being, that being Red Eye. And that is Red Eye, because Red Eye, Shu would never, ever, even brainwashed or not, would do what Red Eye did. This is a big spoiler for the show. This is why I said people should just go and disregard what I say right now, because I just want to talk about this, because this is real stuff. In the show, the Banana Maximum Garuda got effed up by Legend Spriggan. Like, Legend Spriggan knocked it into a clock, the gears in a clock tower, and it broke it. That's why Maximum Garuda is not being shown in the show anymore, because it's broken, it's done, it's finished. Like, he smoked it, it's out. But Shu would never ever do that. Like, he would never destroy a Bay like that. Like, Red Eye is completely evil, and he's like literally the main guy for this group. The main guy that they're gonna have to take down. Like, all the protagonists, like Vault and such, at some point are gonna have to take down. You know, it's a given. But yeah, the way I see this, like I said, two different people, but Shu's locked away somewhere. And the way I see this is like there's still another piece of Spriggan, and Shu's connected with that piece probably, like, you know. And Shu's gonna probably come back and be like, you stole my identity, you stole who I am, and you've been doing all this horrible stuff I would never do. And then at some point he faces Red Eye. But that's how Requiem Spriggan is created, because, you know, Requiem means like coming back to life. You know, Requiem Spriggan, come back to life, coming back from the dead or such. Because Shu, like, you know, Shu just coming back from wherever he is. And I see the way him doing this is that he dresses up exactly like Red Eye. So he looks a lot like Red Eye, because maybe he knows what Red Eye looks like, or he saw what he looked like before he got taken down or whatever, you know. And he comes back with the same exact gear that Red Eye has, which is the reason why, like, Red Eye, it seems like Red Eye is on the front of this, you know, on the front, like, because they had some pictures where, like, on the box, Red Eye was shown. But maybe that's why. He dresses up the same exact way as Red Eye, and then at some point, like, he just turns. He just does a full-out turn, like, sort of like WWE terms, like, you know, a face turn, but it's not really like a face turn because it's not the same exact Red Eye, but people think it is because some people who have seen him already, you know, they look exactly the same, and they think it's the same person, but then after time, they realize it's not the same person when the two face off. And I feel like Shu Red Eye, like Red Shu, I guess that's sort of the name, Red Shu, beats Red Eye, but then Red Eye, like, they're dressed up the same way. And then when he beats him, his mask is broken. And then he reveals that he's Shu. But the other guy, Red Eye, you know, is just like a little facade. Like, you know, like I said, like, Shu's characteristics and everything looks exactly like him, because they had a thing like this with Bakugan. So basically, if you're not a fan of Bakugan, like, back in Mactanium Surge, you know, if you are a fan of Bakugan, you might get this. But yeah, they had a character, Wise Man. There was this character, Gus, I think his name was, yeah, Gus. And he had, like, a certain Beyblade, well, not a certain Beyblade, a certain Bakugan that was his partner, and then he ended up vanishing after this battle, because a lot of things happened. And then he was gone for a really, really long time, and people thought that, like, and then this guy, Wise Man, showed up. You know, Wise Man, basically, sort of the same thing, had a mask on. He wore a mask the entire time. And he looked just like Gus. So everybody thought that Wise Man is Gus. You know, that is you. You are Gus. No doubt about it. Everybody thought that. But then at the very end, like, it was revealed that Gus was locked away in a different spot and he was using his energy. Wise Man was using his energy because they'd created a cloak. Like, this guy, like the big Mactanium Destroyer dude. No. Not Mactanium Destroyer, but like, no. It is like that, like, yeah, Mactanium Destroyer, I think his name is. I think it is. But yeah, he used his energy, Gus's energy, and then created the Wise Man persona. It looked just like Gus, but it wasn't Gus. And then this was revealed when they saw them right next to one another, and it's like, they're not the same person. Oh my God, we screwed up, you guys. We really, really screwed up. Wise Man's not Gus. They're two different people. They're sort of, I feel like they're going to go with this approach for Beyblade, which if so, that's really amazing, because I love that approach, because I remember seeing it on the show when I was watching Bakugan, because I was in the Bakugan big time before I was in the Beyblade. I was in the Bakugan. I watched this, actually, Mactanium Surge. This was the last season of Bakugan that they showed before I really got into Beyblade, you know, when Metal Fusion was still around and stuff, and then just getting into Metal Masters. But that's what happened with this. This is why I have this sort of train of thought, because, like, they've done this before, but, like, if they do this with Beyblade, it would be amazing, because I just cannot see Red Eye and Shu being the same exact person. I just can't see it, you know. And, like, I know people think, like, oh, yeah, he'll just turn good, but then, like, Legend, Spriggan, and Requiem, they're two completely different bays, and it would be cool to just see this power struggle, like, to see Red Eye face off against Shu, and Shu getting his identity back after that. And it's only after that battle where people realize that they're different people, because then his mask breaks, Shu's revealed, and it's like he's back, you know. And plus, Requiem Spriggan is way too colorful to be an evil Bay, like, you know, like Red Eye's Bay. It's definitely Shu's Bay. There's no doubt about it, because it has a blue god chip, it has red and white on it, it's just super colorful. And Legend Spriggan is just black and red. That thing looks evil, you know, it is evil. Like, that's Red Eye's Bay. And that's the bay that he's had from the very get-go. But then they created Red Eye after getting the data from Shu and stuff. And then Shu disappeared, and then, you know, comes back with Requiem Spriggan. But that's my theory on it, you know. So if they do this, that would be amazing, you know. I just cannot see it. I really, really cannot see it. I cannot see them having Red Eye and Shu being the same person. And they already said that they're not the same person. And that's the way I could see this going down. And it would be an absolute shock factor to anybody who hasn't seen this before, you know. Even like this sort of thing happening, we don't know if it'll be the exact same way. It's probably not going to be the same exact way that like we saw in Bakugan or anything. Like, you know, anybody that watched Bakugan. But yeah, that's the main way I was able to like think of this theory. But yeah, and plus the disc on it is unconfirmed, but it seems like it's gonna be 0. It's gonna be 0, which means like nothing, or, you know, coming back from the dead and, you know, revival and stuff. Don't know what the driver will be. Maybe it'll be like, maybe like a Unite, except it won't be like Merge. It'll be just like a flat star shape and just shaped a little bit differently than Merge is, and then they name it something else, you know. But yeah, or if they keep Unite, that would be kind of cool. Well, I don't see them keeping Unite. I see them giving it something new, because I mean it's, yeah, it's Requiem Spriggan, probably 0, and then something else. But yeah, so that's my theory on that, you guys. So that's my theory about, you know, Requiem Spriggan and stuff. Hope you guys like stayed and just listened to everything that I said, because that's literally the theory that I've had in mind since the very beginning. I never thought that Red Eye and Shu were the same person. Like, I'm like, there's no way, like, Shu wouldn't do that. Shu wouldn't go down that easily. They did something to him. He would not go down that easily. This is Shu we're talking about. He's a badass. No way would he turn like that. They must have knocked him out or just put him off somewhere, you know, and he's trapped and he can't get out. And then he finally gets out and stuff. And yeah, it just takes a little bit of time, but he finally gets out. Sort of like what happened in Bakugan. You guys can go and check it out and literally quote me on it, because it's a thing that happened. But yeah, anyways, that's it for like all the releases and stuff and such. And I got it out actually pretty quickly. So this video I think might be done by 20 minutes, which is nice, way shorter. But yeah, anyways, now it's just time to get into some real just boy moments, you know. And I've had some time to think about this, because I know this is the main thing I used to do like with these series. And I've been mainly just talking about releases and stuff with these. But yeah, so I guess first things first. Boy, the giveaway thing. People just talking about like, oh, when are you going to do a giveaway? Like, you should have a giveaway on God and stuff. Giveaways cost money, you know. You know, I just had one on a master kit, and yeah, and I've had to save up some money just so I can ship it out, you know. So like, I'll be able to ship that out like sometime this week. Like, Victini Victory Star, don't worry, I didn't forget about you. I've just been saving up money so I can ship this out, because it costs money to ship out packages and stuff. And this is actually the first time where I've had a giveaway and the winner was actually in the United States, I think. Like, I think this is the first time that's really happened. So yeah, well, really, really happy about that, you know. It's kind of cool to see that. That's surprising that it's like the first time. But yeah. So anyways, giveaways will come, you guys. I'll do them whenever I can. But just, you know, just be patient with things. And yeah. Also, boy. This is like a polite boy, but like still boy. I've seen comments like, you know, from people like, oh, you know, put me in the skits. Like, you know, I've seen the idea Cole Unicorno. I've seen it. I've seen the post. I see you guys' post. I read your guys' post. But there's a reason why that last tournament that I had, I said this is going to be the last one. And I'm like, you guys have an opportunity to get in here with this, because those were the last of the parts I have. I literally have no spare Metal Fight Beyblade parts. Like, you know, all my fusion wheels, my you know, my plastic wheels, the tracks and tips, like, they're all basically gone, except for like the tracks and tips and stuff. Because obviously saving up parts for Zero G series. I'm going to have another custom tournament. It just won't be, that's the last one that I had for Metal Fight Beyblade, you know. Not including like Zero G. It's a little bit like, it's Metal Fight Beyblade, but towards the end and has a completely sort of different storyline, like way down the line in the future. So it's kind of a different series, but it's still in Metal Fight Beyblade. But yeah, I have parts for those. I'll have a tournament for it, but I have to finish up this Skit series though. But my point with this being that, like, I gave the chances, I gave multiple chances, a bunch of chances just to be put in this. And that's why, because I'm like, after this, I'm not going to have any more parts, and I'm just going to finish off this series. Because I wanted to give you guys one more chance of getting into it. So, yeah. You will have a chance, obviously, people have a chance to get into, like, the Zero G Skit series, because I still have parts for those, like I said. And yeah, and I still have to think of like some ideas for that. And I've been starting to just like get them a little bit. I have some in mind. I've had some in mind for a little bit, but then just figuring out a transition and stuff and, you know, all this stuff. But yeah, so just know, like, I'm not doing any more tournaments or anything, or including any more bays into this Skit series. And yeah, but The Zero G skit series I will, and it's not going to be nearly as long of a series. So yeah, there's that. Just wanted to say that because, you know, I don't want anybody to think I'm ignoring them, but like that's why I had this recent tournament, you know, putting all the bays in before I brought them all back together. So yeah, the series is gonna end soon. Also, boy, the next skit is skit 199, you guys. It's insane. This is like the start of the finale. I've been doing this, like I said, I've been making skits for over 3 years, and I started the series over 2 years ago, and just incorporated like the skits that I made way back then, like, you know, before this series, into it, and it's all a cohesive storyline. I just wanted to expand on it, and it's just insane, man. It's really, really insane that I'm at this point. I'm at the finale, you guys. Doing this all out of my head, just thoughts that I've had, wanted to get them out with this series, and I've done it. I just had the finale to do, and there's not a lot left. Like, there aren't that many bays left, and it's just so surreal, man. And yeah, like, a lot of my Metal Fight Beyblade bays are away, and it's just like my stack that I have is just almost gone. But yeah, it's just insane. But there's still some things that have to be revealed in these last 2 skits. Like, still, like, you think you know what's gonna happen, you don't know what's gonna happen. I'm keeping this unpredictable up until the very end. And even with these last 2 skits, it's going to be insane, you guys. And I hope that you're looking forward to them. And just seeing how much you guys really loved this series means so much to me. I saw the poll. So many people said, like, this was a legendary series. Like, this is, like, amazing. Not just 10 out of 10. They said this was absolutely fantastic. Every time they saw it, they laughed. And it's just so surreal. But, yeah, like I said, still got 2 skits left, like 199 and then 200. And yeah, and 200 is, like I said, is where I'm going to be ending it. And it's just so surreal, man. I just want to thank you guys so much for all the support and stuff. And I hope you're looking forward to this rest of the skit series. But yeah, anyways, going back to that, like I said, Zero G series have more opportunities, and obviously like burst skits. But I got to get a lot of parts for burst skits, you know. I know people want to see them so badly, and yeah. Boy, about that, like the burst skits. I have to get more parts for them because I like making all my base stock, you know, because taking all parts and then just putting them back on the other bays, like, nah, I just want to make them all stock, makes it easier. And yeah, so just know that, like, burst skits will probably be here early next year, maybe. You know, like I said, like early 2018, which isn't that far away. It seems like it, like, hey, 2018, what the hell, Kimbo? That's not that far away, you guys. It's only like a few months. Plus, until then, we've got a bunch of releases and stuff. We still got a lot for God. We have a lot of stuff to happen for God still. Like, you know, we might know everything. Like, we're getting a lot of releases at the end of this year, but we're still going to probably get some at the beginning of next year. Like I said, Screw Trident in the code. It's going to be a thing. Screw Trident's going to be coming out. We still have the 3-disc. Like, we have, well, if Requiem Spriggan does have it, we'll have 0. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 are all taken. 3 is the only one that isn't. So, like, people, like I said, Guardian Kirbyus, probably going to come with this. Screw Trident, going to come with this. Like, the 3-disc. It makes perfect sense, you know, because they have to get the 3-disc out, and then they have to, like, start getting more 3-discs out. So, you know, it's not, like, too rare of a part. They're trying to balance out the parts and the accessibility to parts. So, yeah, it's what they do with the newest random layer collections, random boosters, all that stuff, you know. So, yeah. Anyways, enough of that. And then I'm just going to get into the last few boys that I have. So, yeah, basically, boy, whenever there's a new release and everybody's just like, yo, do you have this? Like, you're going to get it? Like, yeah, we're going to get it. You guys just, you know, we love you. Like, you know, just coming from, like, a Baytuber like me, we love you guys so much. But it takes some time to get things. Like, you know, these things come out in Japan. We don't live in Japan. Unless you live in Japan, like, you know, obviously Leo Burst or anybody like, you know, Mizuki, any other Japanese Baytubers, like, you know, that live in Japan, they can get these on the day that they come out. Us, on the other hand, no matter how quick the shipping, it takes, like, at least, like, a few days, even maybe, like, a week or two, you know, for us to get them. And, you know, I know that the Transformation set and Nightmare Longinus are out, and I know I don't have them yet, but, you know, gotta buy them, and then they have to get shipped here, and shipping takes a little bit, especially around this time of the year when it gets close to the holidays and stuff. So, you know, even in December, it's probably gonna take me a little bit to get, like, Requiem, Spriggan, and the random boosters and stuff. Like, I'll obviously get them, but it'll take a little bit. And, you know, because it's gonna be around the time of Christmas, and there's gonna be a lot of, like, just traffic with gifts and stuff, because, you know, it's that time of the year. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah, you know, so it's just gonna take a little bit. Like, it just takes a little bit for us to get these things because, Japan and the US, they're kind of far away, and it takes a little bit because, shipping and things happen. So yeah, your favorite Baytuber, no matter who it is, whether it's me, Left Burst, Kevo, Super Beyblade Family, Zanky, J-Pot, anybody, BBG, Illanuke, it doesn't matter who it is. It's gonna take us a little bit of time to get them because, shipping's a thing, and unless you get like super fast priority shipping, then you're not gonna get it like super soon. So yeah, and I know personally I can't do that because I don't have like a ton of money. I save up money so I can get these releases, and then I get like kind of slower shipping. That way I can get them, like I can afford to get them, because Beyblades are expensive. They could be expensive, and just having them simply makes me happy, Just having the Bay in my collection, hell, I mean, I'm still freaking out that I have Amaterios in my collection. I have Baldor in my collection. I have the God Bays in my collection. I have all the dual layer Bays in my collection. It's just crazy, man, And I guess this ties on to it a little bit, but boy, just appreciating things like, like Hasbro coming out with Burst Evolution really soon. December is going to be when they start dropping things, It won't be like necessarily like, I mean, it's harder for me to get them in my area, so I'm not expecting to see like Lost Luinor or Atlas and Nubian, I think it is. Yeah, not Acid and Nubian, like Atlas and Nubian, which I see being really good because it's so round and plus slides. It's kind of like, yeah, this is going to be the dual layer maximum Garuda, I think, because like, probably won't burst that easily unless its slopes are really, really low. This thing, like, it seems like it's going to be really good because it's a perfect circle. It's a perfect freaking circle. Look what happened with J2. J2 was nerfed bad, like really, really bad under TT. It wasn't really good. And J2 under Hasbro is gross. A2 under TT is pretty decent, Stamina-wise is pretty decent. But, like, with the slides under Hasbro, we might see another super OP, non-bursting, or really, really hard to burst Bay. So, yeah, just imagine it. It's going to be like Garuda because it's so round and like, sort of like that, except it's just not as big as Garuda. But yeah, anyways, people just have to appreciate things because I mean, like, people could say, oh, Hasbro sucks. Like, TT is amazing. Hasbro sucks. If it wasn't for Hasbro, we might not have had, like, gotten as far with Beyblade as we did. To be honest, I mean, like, we'd have to get everything from TT. Everything would have to get shipped over from Japan. And yeah, if Hasbro never did this, so we wouldn't even have gotten this far with Beyblade. We'd be able to see the things in Japan and stuff. But yeah, if we didn't have Hasbro, it wouldn't be nearly as easy for us to get Bays and stuff. I wouldn't have like as big of a collection as I do, no doubt about it. Like I do have a lot of TT Bays, but I also have Hasbro Bays, like, a lot of Hasbro Burst Bays, whether it's Metal Fight Beyblade or Burst, I have both, like, Bays from TT and Hasbro and such. So yeah, just giving big props to Hasbro because, we wouldn't be as far without them, honestly. Like in the US, it would be way harder for us, because there's some people, like, in some countries, they just got Burst, but it's like a mix between TT and Hasbro. They have Hasbro packaging, but TT parts, kind of, and they don't really come with stickers. But they've been waiting for Bays for the longest time. And, like, they're just finding, like, V2 and L2 in stores, and people are freaking out about it. They're like, we're getting Beyblades, So we got to appreciate the fact that we're getting these, and we have pretty easy access to these while they don't. Even if you live in a place like I live where we're still stuck on, like, Waves 1 and 2, like literally Waves 1 and 2 are still in my stores. They're just getting a little bit of Wave 2 in now because I've seen like Minoboros and some unicorns and stuff. But yeah, I haven't seen Wave 3 or 4 or 5 or any of those around here and might not even see them until the beginning of next year, honestly. But yeah, still, like just gotta appreciate that we're getting more stuff, And even when like it's a given, Burst is gonna end in Japan before it ends here because Hasbro gets things after TT. So when TT ends it, Hasbro will be releasing things a little bit, and that's mainly the time when people are going to give a crap, about Hasbro and be like, yeah, Hasbro's amazing, which is sad because they deserve some praise, no doubt about it. And also, like, dang it, I lost my train of thought a little bit, but yeah, but we gotta appreciate Hasbro, no doubt about it. They're bringing this over here, and even after, like I said, like when it ends in Japan, because it will at some point, whether it be like 2018, 2019, sometime around then, I see it ending, which is, it's sad, but like it's true, They're probably gonna have another series, because I mean, Winning Valkyrie's in the code, and yeah, like low key, I kind of see Vault losing. Not winning in this series either, and then like the next series is when he gets his coronation, but that'll probably be the end of it. And it's sad to see, but like, yeah, that's probably like the route this is gonna go down. And we just gotta appreciate Hasbro for like simply making these bays and stuff. So yeah, I guess that's basically everything I wanted to say. Just gotta appreciate Hasbro for the effort they're putting in. You know, they even made like Orpheus O2 and Tyrus T2, 2 layers that TT didn't even make. Hasbro's throwing all craps out the window and making their own bays. And yeah, if they start doing this like down the road, like that's a great marketing strategy because everybody's gonna want them, and then everybody's gonna buy them, and they're gonna make a bunch of money from it. So yeah, anyways, that's everything for this boy video. Just wanted to get them out, even my thoughts about some things, like not just the releases and stuff, but just like things I've seen on the channel, like whether it be like about new releases, us getting new releases right away and stuff. It just takes a bit of time because, you know, just like you guys, we work hard and, you know, gotta gotta save up money so that we can just get these things, you know. And like I said, I get like slower shipping because I have enough to get the bays and stuff, but even shipping can be expensive, you know. Even like with the Mugen Stadium set and stuff, it costs like a lot for the shipping because it's a big stadium and stuff. And yeah, like that last package I got, the shipping was pretty bad, you know, and I had to save up for just the shipping of this freaking thing. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this video. I said I was gonna try to make it shorter, but then I just got into like real depth talk about things, like, you know, whether it even be like you know, Hasbro with their burst or stuff, or even like the releases, and even the theory about Requiem Spriggan, you know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, you know. I'm sorry it was a bit longer. I'm just gonna say like the boy videos, that probably all gonna just end up being like a half-hour long because like it's an episode, you know. That's why I say episode. So it'll probably all be like roughly a half-hour long. So yeah, this is episode 11. It's kind of fitting because yesterday was 11/11. It would have been weird if I made episode 11 on 11/11. Omae wa mo shinderu. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I know a few of you guys got that joke. If you stuck around to the end and saw it. But yeah. Anyways, that's it for this. Just want to get my thoughts out and stuff. And you know, I'm gonna make another boy video in December. I'll probably be doing like one every month, unless there's like a bunch of things that happen, you know, that cause me to make one. But yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the next one will be episode 12 on 12/12. Probably. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to end this off. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash that like button down below. Let me know how I did. You know, your support's greatly appreciated, no doubt about it. And yeah, so until next time, it's your boy Kimbo signing off. See you guys later. Thanks for watching, and I am up out of here.